Hi guys, I am Georgia McPherson. Welcome back to Smile Flipping Podcast. If you're new here, welcome, and I hope you're here to stay. Before I move forward, and I don't take this lightly, I hope you guys are well. I hope you're taking life a day at a time. I hope you're giving yourself grace, and I hope you're putting one foot in front of the other and moving forward regardless of your situation. With that being said, there were so many times I felt like I could just throw in the towel and just die, just roll over and die. I felt like I should sit in the dark and give up. I did not. I cannot afford to give up. I cannot afford to roll over and die. I promised myself too much. I promised myself too much. And this is what's wrong with a lot of us. We're loyal to every single body else except ourselves. We're loyal to our spouses, we're loyal to our friends, and even our families. But we promise ourselves a thing and we don't fulfill it because, oh, it can be brushed off. Oh, I'll do this some other time. No, make that promise and go through with it. Make your plan and follow that plan. Make sure that you do what you promised yourself. Make sure that you put one foot in front of the other and move forward. We have control of our lives. A lot of times we say, oh, life, I treat me bad. But we have control of our lives. For every action, there's a reaction. And if life slapped you, it's because you took a wrong step or it's to propel you into something better. Don't underestimate the slap of life. Sometimes we're too comfortable where we are. And things happen and we bawl and we complain and we give up. But sometimes it's not to keep you down. It's to change you from the environment that you're so used to. I believe that everything happened for a reason. I'm one of those people. And so if I'm in a situation, I think I have to be in the situation at this point in my life because there's a lesson to be learned. I don't lay down and cry. I work with the flow and I ride with the tide. I cannot stop to see what happens. I have to move forward. Sometimes we're too comfortable. There's a saying that says, when you're buying a shark, say that the shark is 12 inches, so you buy a 15-inch tank or maybe a 20-inch tank. Whenever the shark grows, it will not grow more than 20 inches because that's the environment it's in. It grows to fit the tank. When you're buying a shark, you buy the tank so the shark could grow. You don't buy the tank to fit the baby shark at the moment. You buy the tank where the shark can grow into. Another let me put it another way. So in Jamaica, when our parents are buying shoes, God forbid, they buy it a little bigger than our feet. We cuss and we complain all the time. But now that you look back on it, it's a very smart move. So they buy the shoes, I don't know if others do it overseas, they buy the shoes a little bit bigger than our feet. Because they know that, this child, his foot will grow in a month's time. So if I buy the exact size in a month's time, it wouldn't have been worth it. He would have been crying that his toes are hurting, his feet are swollen. So let me buy it a little bit bigger so that he can grow in it. So sometimes we start to feel uncomfortable because life has shuffled and things are happening that are out of our control. The thing is, we want to control everything and we cannot control everything. So sometimes life shuffle you for you to move forward, for you to get uncomfortable. You see, anytime I feel like I get uncomfortable in a space or whatever I'm doing, I start get antsy. I start to get antsy because no, I'm too comfortable. Something is wrong. I'm not growing. Something is wrong. I should, not saying that you should be in constant worry, but whenever you're too comfortable for too long, know that it's time for you to move again. Do something new. Add something new to what you're doing. Add something exciting to what you're doing. And it will help you to grow because you don't want to remain in the same place for too long. And that's why when you go to school, you go to basic school. If you had remained in basic school, you would have just had basic school knowledge. But then they send you to a primary school, and then they send you to high school, and then you go to college. Then you do your after your associates, you do your degree, and then you do your masters, and then to your doctorates. So therefore, you must know that whenever you're at a place for too long, it means that you're not growing. Whenever you're too comfortable, it means that some things have stopped. And if we evolve continuously and life keeps evolving, then we must also evolve. We must also grow. And so I'm not saying that everybody can move at the same pace, but that's when you ask for help. I am encouraging you to ask for help. Sometimes we don't want to ask for help because we know how it goes. Nobody wants to tell anybody their business. But either you're going to roll over and die or ask for help. It's either or. And find a source, find something. There are so many people. Talk to somebody about the issues you're having. You never know who knows who knows who. Do not underestimate talking about your problems. People aren't just going to come to you all the time and say, I want to help you with this. I want to help you with that. No, sometimes you have to speak what is happening. Speak, talk to people. Do you know of anybody who wants somebody for this or wants somebody for that? Do not be afraid. I too have an issue, with asking for help sometimes. My ego takes over and I say, I really don't want to bother this person because everybody has their issues. Everybody have their problems dealing with. I don't want to bother that person, but I'm going to ask. It's either yes or no. It's either you're in the position to help me or not. And you cannot get offended because, as I said rightfully, everybody has their thing dealing with. But at least I asked. You should ask. Do not just stay there and cry and make yourself depressed and say, oh, nobody is helping. Who knows that you want help? Nobody knows unless you talk about it. There was this time I was working as a wedding coordinator at a wedding store. And one day this young man came in and, he was selling bag juice. I think he was in the 8th grade or 9th grade, between 7 and 9. And he was like, good day. He was really, really polite, and he was like, my parents died and I live with my grandma and I sell bag juice to help, to support her or assist her in sending me to school. So I'm just asking if you could just buy a few of my bag juice. So I bought bag juice for myself and I bought bag juice for my friend, and he came back the other day because I said, you know what, every time you're passing, stop by. We want bag juice for buy. We want bag juice. He stopped by and then he came to me and he said, miss, um, I'm wondering if you could help me to, contribute to buying another bag of bag juice. Maybe he had made money to buy two bag of bag juice, but he wants makeup to add another one. And I was like, yeah, man, no problem. And, I got some money together and I said, just buy as much bag juice as you can and sell it. Like, sell it and continue to buy it back. And, we had little conversations like, how are you selling this? What's your profit? What you're saving? What you can buy back? And he would come by every day and look for me and ask me if I'm okay. And I'd ask him if he's all right, how's school going, how his grandma going. And one day he came to me and he said, I would really like to try selling some box strings because it was coming on to someone. I was like, that's a really good idea. And so I helped him to buy some box strings. And I said, you know what? So both box and bag juice, because who can't afford the box string will buy the bag juice, and just continue to do your thing. And he was so innovative. He started selling and he started to roll over his money. He started selling snacks. I was so proud of him. And I never knew this young man from anywhere, but I saw that he wanted to make the best of his current situation. And I felt the need to just help him. And he come back all the time and he bring me a candy and say, hi, Miss Georgia, here's a candy, I bring it for you. And I say, you don't have to worry about it. Keep the candy. As some way we refuse to take help from people. When people come and give us things, we're like, no, that's okay. We have to stop it. So it's like, no, man, that's okay. Don't worry yourself, man. Keep your candy, save your money, and do what you need to do. And I was so proud of him. The thing is, I lost touch with him because I'd eventually left there. But I never forget that little boy. He knew that in order to move forward, he had to take that tiny step. He had to put one foot in front of the other. And that was tremendous. I will never forget him. And I hope he has succeeded in every aspect of his life. I hope. Because when you see people trying, it pushes you to help them. So don't just sit back, not do anything at all, and just think that persons are going to take their hard-earned money and them hard-earned things and give to you. You have to get up and help yourself. Sometimes you're not able to get up because of how you feel, but know that sometimes our emotions are just for a time. It's just feelings. And that is why people say, do not say things when you're angry. Mind your thoughts, mind your words. Be careful. So you don't just sit down and think that, oh, I hope somebody will come help me. Or, nobody no want to help me. Nobody knows. Get up and help yourself. Get up and move forward. Put yourself in a position where you don't even have to ask anybody. But when you do get that help, make the best of it. You don't know if it's going to be one time or two time. Make the best of it. Do not wallow in your situation. Do not wallow in your situation. I always used to say, I don't know how people remain in their situation. I have been through a lot. Maybe one day I'll tell my story. Not in the mood to tell my story, right? But maybe one day. I have been through so much. And there's a story, I can't bother for going at because I don't really know all of it. But two persons were in the same situation, and one came out for the better and one came out for the worst. However, I always say to myself, boy, at which point they're going to realize that that was the situation and just make a conscious decision to move forward. Are we going to allow our situations to hold us back forever? Whether it be our parents, they didn't know how to do better, and we come out for the worse and not the better, or our jobs, or whatever it is. Are we going to allow our situations to hold us back? When you're 30, 40, 60, you're gonna be cussing your parents, say, oh, them never do nothing for me. We have to do better. We have to tell ourselves, take control of your mind. Tell yourself that, you know what? Boy, my life did rough and it did rocky. But I'm making this decision to move forward. Alright then, made it hurt. I was hurt. Somebody hurt me. But I'm not going to roll over and die. I'm going to move forward and I'm going to forgive you. Because forgiveness is for people, as well, but it's mostly for yourself. And I always say it, I don't want to sound repetitive, but I always say it. Forgiveness. You don't hold that. You don't hold anything that will burden you. Let it go and be free and move forward for you. I feel happy when I see people helping themselves. And these are the persons who will become successful. The people who decide that I'm not gonna make life stand up on my neck and I can't breathe and I just lay there. The persons who fight, they are the people who will be successful. Which also brings me back to who are the people you're talking to. I won't say you can't have friends from different walks of life. I won't say that. You should have a diverse set of friends. However, who are the people that you talk to every day? My grandma used to say, show me a friend and I tell you who you are. And as you get older, if you look back on that and look back on your life and think about it, they weren't lying. I'm not saying that you be like all of your friends, but the person you talk to the most, they're the ones who will influence you, whether you know it or not. Whether you know it, whether you're aware or not. Because if I have a friend who doesn't want to work, who wants to just depend on somebody, then maybe I want to do exactly as my friend do. And maybe, listen, hook me up on somebody who can take care of me. And that is fine to get somebody who takes care of you. That's fine. But what if you don't have somebody to take care of you? So the friends you keep influence who you are and who you become. So talk to people. I love to ask people how you did this. I love seeing people successful, when I'm succeeding, when they've accomplished what they set out to. I love it. I love to hear the story. I want to ask you. I want to be like you. I want to follow your footsteps. I want to follow back at you. I don't want to stay. I want to move forward. I want to also be successful. Some of us afraid to ask people. Some of us afraid to follow people. Listen, if you're successful and you're ahead of me, trust and believe that I will follow you. Because I too shall be successful. And somebody can look at me and say, you know what? I'm following her. Nothing is wrong for you to follow people. You can also follow people and be a leader in your own domain. Why are you afraid to follow somebody? I want to hear your story because I want to be successful. Don't be afraid to ask people, listen, friend, how you did this? And she said, girl, let me tell you how I did this. And two of us succeeding together. Nobody wants to help anybody because, they're afraid that, you might become more successful than they are. Well, some people, they aren't afraid to tell you their story, their success story. But those persons who will tell you, listen to them and follow them footsteps. Nothing is wrong with following And then when you've succeeded, you lead somebody. We have to wise up. We have to see life for what it is. Everybody is not at the same level. So therefore, there must be somebody who we can look up to and say, listen, I want to know your story. I want to follow your footsteps. Nothing is wrong with that. So, guys, we have to wise up, put one foot in front of the other and move forward. It's like saying, by the yard is hard, but inch by inch, life's a cinch. It means that if you put one foot in front of the other, even if you're moving by 1%, you'll be way more successful. It's better than if you not move at all, basically. So move forward. Take a step every day, no matter how small it is. No matter how small the step is, tell yourself that you are moving. Guys, that's all I have for today. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and hop on over. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about. I don't know everything, but I'll try as best as possible. Leave me your comments underneath if you have any questions. If you want to say something, please feel free to share. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.